Hey everybody, this is Wayne. In this topology, we are going to do the configuration, which are quite different and new. What do we have done before? That's the same thing that we are going to be continue to it. And the new part is the routing part, which is where we are going to configure the OSPF in this topology. And what would be essential and what are the thing that we have to consider in order of doing the security configuration, then the basic configuration. This all the things that we are going to be doing to it. And let's say proceed what we have to do in order of doing this all. Okay, so yeah, so first we have to configure the each and every in devices for each and every VLAN. So there's a VLAN 10, 20 and 30 right here. So once we have to provide their IP addresses to the in devices on PCs, then we have to go and proceed for the switches configuration. In that we will going to be create the first thing that would be the access mode. In that we have to assign this all interfaces to the in devices to their port. So yeah, that's the same thing that we are going to be continuing with the layer 3 switch. Here you can see this is quite different in like in a look or in a like size, right? So yeah, this is a layer 3 switch. In that we have to configure the configuration, which is quite different in a order of doing this all. Okay, so the new thing is that we call the SVIs. So SVIs is the thing which make the layer 3 switches a kind of router, right? It's a kind of router abilities come out with the layer 3 switch. So whatever you are doing in a router, that's all thing like all possible related thing that we were creating the router on stick configuration. There's no need of this, because to make the inter-VLAN routing we have need of the kind of routing abilities or routing mechanism. So that's why we to take help of in ROS the router on stick configuration, we have need to take help of router to make the inter-VLAN configuration. But now what we have to do is in this layer 3 switch we have to create the SVIs and inter-VLAN in a one single hardware in a switch. It's gonna happen. That's all kind of inter-VLAN routing. Okay, inter-VLAN routing stuff that's gonna happen in that. Okay, what would be next is we have to configure them this way. What we have done in this piece in this switch, the same thing we are going to be continue with this. That's a simple and different thing which we call the SVIs. That would be a different part apart from these all. This is a layer 3 switch, because of that we are going to be do. But in a switches, in between switches and router, if there is no layer 3 switch, so we have to do the configure our this is called the ROAS, the router on a stick. Okay, so on the basis of that, what it do, if I want to do ping to the VLAN 30 to the VLAN 20, one of the PC which is going to be pinged to let's suppose the PC7 want to ping to the PC6 in VLAN 20. So there's a need of the inter-VLAN routing that's gonna happen. So for that reason we have need of the what we call the inter-VLAN routing mechanism or configuration is needed for this. So that's why we do use of router on ST configuration. Okay, now so yeah, then the all thing done. But in between, if we are configuring this all, so before that we have to do the trunking part. So once we have done the access mode, so then after we have to make the configuration on trunk mode. It's so the trunking that we are going to be do in between a router or switch. Okay, so the trunking would be in between the router and switch. Okay, the same thing right here. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to all. Okay, so that's a different thing that we have to configure. Once we have to do the all switch based configuration, and then we have to change the ability of the layer 3 switch which we are doing that the all layer 2 configuration. Once you get in this interface G104 interface, then you have to go with the command no switch port. Okay, no switch port. So what it do, it make it up the ability of like a router. So it's make the ability to act like a router. So the layer 3 switch will going to act like a router to the router 2. Okay, so yeah, this is also thing that we have to make it for this. So the router 3 will do the Inter-VLAN routing, and it will going to be act like a router to router 2. Okay, yeah, this is all about that. Then after we have to go for the router 1, router 2 and router 3. In between we have to configure the we have to assign the interfaces to it. Then we have to configure, if we have done with the router on stick part, so we have to configure the routing that we call the routing part. Okay, so we have to, for if I want to send a message or any kind of information to this hop to this hop, so this area which is right here. Okay, if I want to go for this domain like 192.168.30.1, let me just put this all, so it's gonna help you out better. Okay, so if I will put like this way, like 192.168.30.0/24. Okay, so nope. Yeah, the same thing we have to do for this and do for this, but a bit yeah, no, it's done. A bit changes that we have to make right here. Okay, so if I want to send a message from this VLAN to this network to the somewhere here is the network, the destination address. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to, in a routing, in order of doing routing, we have to configure the next hop, the way of routing the next hop, the end of that. Like if I want to setting the destination, so I have to type the command 192.1. Okay, so before that we have to go with the IP route, then 192.168.30.0/24, and then IP address, which is sorry for that, we have to set the subnet. Instead of 24 we have to go with the 255.255.255.0. Then the last thing that we have to put it over here, that is the next hop. If somewhere the destination address is there, so to go from this switch to that particular destination address, we have to take a help of the next hop. So the address I'm going to put into it, that would be the next hop address for that destination. Okay, in the same way, if I want configuring in a router 2, so the address I will putting that would be the similar for the next hop, which are related to the next the destinations totally depend on the destination address. So for that the configuration I will do the IP route 192.168. Whatever the address is in that scenario, there's a 30. So the address I will take it for this, that would be the next hop. So I will put the next hop IP address. End of that, we can go the exit port 2. Okay, so if the destination there, we can the exit port, like the exit port would be for this. Instead of the next hop, we can go with the exit port. Okay, so the exit port, the exit address would be 10.0.12.1 for this one. Okay, so the next, instead of next hop, we can go with the exit port. The exit port is right here. We can say the interface ID, right? So for their own it's their own IP address that we have to put it to it. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing that we can call for like what really the word, the term that I am missing out, what we call, okay, we will going to be dig deeper into it, and definitely the word that's all around the thing that we are going to be doing to it. So let's see what are the things that we can do in that. Whatever we have discussed right here, that we are going to be configure. The video is going to be allows, so that's why you're gonna see at a different video in that. So where we are going to be in the same topology we are configuring. Link in the description, you can check it out, and you can go and visit the that's a YouTube channel that that's link out there that you can visit over here, and you can watch the whole video of the configuration and the documentation about that. You can get it from there. So it would be a great way to do if you are continuing this way. So yeah, it's gonna help you out all the way. Okay, so all the way it's gonna help you out. Okay.